Hey guys, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Thursday, May 16th. I have bullish news to share with you guys. Let's take a look at the market here. We are seeing a pullback, a healthy correction here. Bitcoin currently at $7,811. Ethereum currently just over $253. XRP just over 40 cents. So healthy corrections along the way up are definitely important because you can't have a continual run up. We've talked a lot about this. This is important both on the micro and macro level. You're going to have people taking profits. You're going to have prices, from a technical analysis standpoint, testing new support levels. And if we look at the Bitcoin chart here from a 7-day standpoint, I mean, look at the run up we've had, right? When you step back and look at it from a different perspective, you see that we ran up from May 10th from $6,250 around that point to over $7,000. Then we pulled back and built new support levels. Then we corrected back down to $6,800 or so. Then we went back, we went up past $8,000, and we had corrections, to happen. So right now, if you look at it from that perspective, we are doing pretty strong, pretty good here. It looks pretty healthy. If you look at it from a 1 month standpoint, I think you even see you get a better understanding of where we came from just a month ago, where in the 5,000s, and now we're over 7,000, close to 8,000. So I think just some support levels need to be built here, and then we'll probably head over back 8,300, then go over 8,500 and so forth. We are certainly in a bull market. So once again, corrections are certainly healthy as we continue to go up and new support levels are built. Now, we got some big news here. Bitcoin and crypto continues to seep into the mainstream, into pop culture, into social conversations. With the bull run starting here, a bull market, I should say, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about crypto. I was in a bar yesterday. I heard someone talking about it, right? And we're seeing the interest is now starting to peak again, where the mainstream folks, not everyone, but, those who may have heard about Bitcoin before are now getting into it. Those who may have gotten into it before but left are, looking at it again. Well, 60 Minutes, a TV show very well known, will be doing a feature on the guy who sold 10,000 Bitcoin for a pizza. Oh man, if I was this guy, I don't know how I would live with myself, but I'm guessing he's dealing with it in his own way. So we're going to talk about Bitcoin and crypto, guys, and this is where we're headed, where crypto is going to become part of the norm, right? And we know mass marketing is on its way as well. We saw that Grayscale today tweeted that, spoiler alert, our Drop Gold commercial is airing on national TV starting tomorrow. Check back tomorrow for our commercial and airing times and channels. Sorry, this was tweeted yesterday. So today, the respective TV commercials have started. Grayscale, being a large crypto investment firm, started the Drop Gold campaign saying, get rid of gold, invest in Bitcoin and crypto. So once again, crypto going into the mainstream. That's why you have to have patience, understand where we're headed, what's being built, and that there's natural processes to this where, these things have to come into the mainstream. People see it on TV, they hear it on the radio, they see it on the internet, they read about it in magazines, things like that, right? These things are going to start happening. And then you have your big players like your Fidelity, your TD Ameritrade, your Bakkt, your Grayscale, many others who are now going to start their mass marketing, and many already have huge customer bases, right? Fidelity and TD Ameritrade have millions of customers. So we're seeing the growth on multiple fronts. Now, very interesting news here, very bullish. Legendary millionaire investor pivots from fraud to alive and well on Bitcoin. Now, we've seen some of the old guys, right? Such as Warren Buffett and so forth, have trashed Bitcoin and crypto because they don't get it. They don't get the disruptive technology. It's like the horse and buggy people saying, oh, the automobile, the cars are going to kill people. No one is going to drive that fast. But look at where we are now, right? And then that's the same thing happening here. You have a paradigm shift. You have a major disruptive technology. And shout out to Mark Mobius. That's who the investor is. Very well known. He has recognized, I think the knowledge has seeped in, right? He's figured out, wait a minute, I understand why people are behind this and why this has value. So Bitcoin has converted yet another critic. World famous investor and emerging markets guru Mark Mobius once called Bitcoin a fraud, but in an interview yesterday with Bloomberg, he appeared to change his mind, saying it is alive and well. Here's a quote: "There's definitely a desire among people around the world to be able to transfer money easily and confidentially. That is really the backing to Bitcoin and other currencies of that type. So I believe it's going to be alive and well." And I think the biggest confirmation that we've seen and gotten for crypto is from JP Morgan. Jamie Dimon went out of his way to trash Bitcoin, right? Every chance he could get, crypto and everything, saying it's scam, it's whatever it is, trashing it. Then years later, what do? Release their own crypto, JPM coin. And those actions speak louder than any words anyone can say, because they actually invested and built something, recognizing the threat of Bitcoin and crypto. So this is the disruptive technology, the new asset class. Now, we got some details here. People are noticing a correlation between the trade wars and Bitcoin, the price movements of Bitcoin. Why? With the trade wars and tariffs that are being put on China, between the US and China, it seems Chinese investors are looking to put their money into a safe asset, or an asset that won't depreciate or get affected by trade wars, and that is crypto. So some folks are taking a look at this, and it seems that could be why the price shot up so quickly, right? And a lot of different folks are looking at this, and this is what the article talks about. And it wouldn't surprise me, because we have already been talking about this. As governments continue to fail, fiat currencies continue to fail, you have countries fighting with each other and so forth, people are going to recognize the value and need for a different asset that is not correlated to, these financial systems and government systems that are set up, or even fiat currencies. They're going to put it into crypto, being that it's also a disruptive technology. So this is the correlation that's happening. On that note, Max Keiser, who's very bullish on crypto and Bitcoin, says Bitcoin will reach $100,000 because the Federal Reserve continues to print money. I don't want to get into politics or too many of these things, but this is what's actually happening, right? People are worried about the Federal Reserve and inflation and printing money. And I think a lot of the world is recognizing what's happening. And it's not just the Federal Reserve. We look at what's happening in Venezuela, Turkey, and so forth, right? People are moving to crypto because the fiat currency is worthless. And I think these things are coming to a head now. It's becoming more transparent, and knowledge is spreading. Like, wait a minute, something's wrong here. And then they're looking at, oh, look, crypto seems to be the solution, right? Deflationary, a cap, and that you can transfer it around the globe to anyone, do whatever you want, essentially. And that seems to be the direction we're heading, guys. And on that note, we see major players are getting into crypto, not just the investors, but companies like Microsoft building on the Bitcoin blockchain. And we have details here. Amazon has filed proof of work patent using cryptography. Now, why would Amazon be doing that, guys? They're just a marketplace, because they want to get ahead of the curve. They don't want to get left behind. The future is blockchain. It is crypto. So Amazon this week filed a U.S. patent for a proof-of-work system which uses cryptography to generate Merkle trees. The Bitcoin and Ethereum networks use such hash trees to verify content of large data structures. The Merkle tree is a fundamental component of a blockchain, whereby each non-leaf node is a hash of its respective child nodes. In Amazon's patent, the generation of a Merkle tree could fulfill a challenge, allowing access to computing resource. From the abstract, the challenge may include a message and a seed, such that the seed may be used at least in part to cryptographically derive information that may be used to generate a solution to the challenge. So thus, the expense of the resources in creating a valid solution could deter malicious entities from attempting a denial of service or DOS or other attacks. This is very interesting. Amazon filing this type of patent. And we know they own AmazonBitcoin.com. If you go to AmazonBitcoin.com, you get redirected. Trust me when I tell you they're working on on it. Google as well. You're not hearing much, but you're seeing some little movements like this, right? Filing a patent. Why would Amazon want to do, right? Proof of work? Well, why? Because they are working on something. So we see the writing on the wall here, guys. The actions. They're not saying anything, but you see their actions here. Now, Coinbase, we got some interesting news here. Coinbase plans to release a US debit card soon and considering margin trading. Now, we heard about Coinbase launching the debit card in Europe, and we saw some folks post it on Twitter. I saw someone had tagged me in it, showing they have their Coinbase debit card, allowing you to easily spend your crypto. Infrastructure being set up, guys, to both invest, spend, do whatever you want with your crypto. That's where we're headed. Ripio is launching a crypto exchange for 3 Latin American nations. Crypto is global. You're going to have money coming in from every freaking country and continent. It's all being set up here. Ripio is a startup that's been working to boost crypto adoption in Argentina, is opening a new exchange platform for 3 Latin American markets. The exchange will operate in Argentina, Brazil, and Mexico. Though due to regulatory hurdles, only fixed price purchases will be available for Mexican users. Ripio CEO Sebastian Serrano told CoinDesk at Consensus 2019, the company already offers crypto wallet and peer-to-peer lending, and listen to this, and is launching over-the-counter OTC trading for who? Institutional investors alongside the exchange. On-ramps being built for both retail and the big money institutional investors, guys. Patience. It is amazing to see all these things being built. Finally, Stellar had some issues yesterday. The network went down. The Stellar blockchain went down, guys. 2-hour freeze, and there were some issues there where they were not able to get some things done, and it was. Let's see. Accordingly, other participants failed to find consensus for blocks, and no transactions were validated until developers resolved the issues. Now, on its face, it looks very bad. And when I first read it, I was like, whoa, this is not good. But then when I put it into context by reading David Schwartz of Ripple actually tweeted about this, and let me pull the tweet here for you guys, where he addressed it, because he said the XRP ledger can also fail in that same way. But let me explain to you why that's not a big issue. In summary, what he said is that the XRP ledger can fail the same way, but unlike proof of work, it's failing because it doesn't. If it sees a red flag, it sees a problem. So it's saying we're not going to do anything because something looks wrong here. Unlike proof of work, where you have the double spend issue, if there's something wrong, it would still continue to validate. And that's bad, right? Instead of halting and saying, okay, maybe we need some manual checking on this. Let's validate this before we even do anything because something seems wrong here. It would just halt. Versus proof of work would say, oh yeah, this looks wrong and this is a problem, but we're gonna still confirm it. That is in a nutshell what he was saying. So he said, it pains me, or it may pain me to say it, but this is an excellent post from stellar.org on the 67-minute halt that their network suffered yesterday. And here he said, by design, we traded off the risk of a double spend, right, for the risk of a halt. So I would rather have a halt than a double spend. If you put some logic to this, you understand what I'm saying. Proof of work system make forward progress even where forward progress is unsafe. XRP Ledger and Stellar do not make forward progress under potentially unsafe conditions. So I would prefer the logic or the safety net of, okay, something seems wrong, pause, versus it's wrong or it's right or whatever, it's corrupt, keep going. No, right? So that's interesting, and I hope you understand my approach to that, and I agree with David on that. So guys, what do you think about this news? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Big news here about Bitcoin being featured on 60 Minutes this coming weekend on Sunday. Legendary Millionaire recognizing Bitcoin and the disruptive technology, guys. So Amazon secretly doing things in the quiet of the night, so to speak. So guys, thank you for your support. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. Thank you to my Patreon supporters, and thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you all later.